when the construction crew got done, they left a little pile of gravel. So now that the weather's still nice this fall, using the dump truck and hauling a few loads of it out to top dress a road that got pretty bad last calving season. We hauled some pit run in and then put a little gravel over it. So we're getting a little bit of stuff done that needs to be done before spring. Here's the progress on the road maintenance that we're doing. This just gets to be a mud hole and real rutted. So we hauled some pit run out of a bank in here that we dug out with the excavator, and then just went each way on this Y for a ways just to get us off the road. And then it gets a little drier once you get up on the hill, but all the water drains right here. So it should help quite a bit with the muddy mess in the spring. But I just laid some gravel on top. It's still a little bit rough, but it'll pack in good. And then we had to do some work over here on the county road approach culvert. It was not draining right, and the ends were filled in with dirt. So we cleaned those out while we had the excavator here. So now maybe it'll run through the culvert instead of washing the county road out every spring. But then there's our next big project. I gotta find some drill pipe, and make some skids for those big culverts, and I'm gonna make them into some portable calving sheds and calf shelters. So stay tuned to see how those turn out. Hopefully they turn out as good as I have them pictured in my mind, but you never know how projects are gonna go. And that crane is left over from the highway project. He parked it here and never came back to get it. So. Ran down to Jackson this morning to get these two balers. I was too lazy to load and hook the semi up. It's a pain to load them and bind them, so we just took 2 trucks down. Got them. Be nice to have these ready to go next year and know they're serviced and gonna work. Had just a little bit done to my old baler with about 11,000 bales, and then they just went through and double checked this new one that's got, I think, 3,000. They didn't find much wrong with my old one, and nothing but a loose bearing that they wanted to replace on the new one. With the weather being so nice, we're taking advantage and getting some projects done. Got too much frost in the ground to fence, so we're cleaning out this portable calving shed, getting ready for calving. I built this so that it could be movable to rotate around, kind of like a sandhills method, and I was on leased ground, so I didn't want to build a shed there. We hauled in a couple loads of gravel to lift it up a little bit and had some fill. It kind of was getting muddy in there last year. It works pretty well. It's got 3 stalls on each side of the halves and then an alleyway in the middle that we're able to set a maternity pen in. A lot of you probably saw it last year when we were calving out of it. Just makes it handy to have a shed that you can move around and use. Now we got it all leveled up and dragging the shed back into place. The framework is out of drill pipe, and then just use 2x6s crossways to screw the tin to. Got it all set in place, and now we'll just have to put the maternity pen in, we're actually building some pins and latches so we can hook it in permanently rather than just wire tie it in place. And then we'll build some pins also so we can pin panels in the shed rather than just wire them up.
There's Bean Ranch kids helping Dad feed. Opening gates, kind of handy.
Always windy in Livingston, even on the nicest days there's still a breeze. So got it loaded, bound down, so now we're headed home. Get a little nervous putting these on because you've never ran a swather before, you don't know how it's going to react, but this John Deere was pretty smooth and went right on, no jerking or anything. So now we'll get down the road. John Deere swathers going down the highway, and I got one right in front of me, 2 in a row, and I met a new pollen on the way, so it must be the day to move swathers. I'd like to pass him, but it might be a little tight, so I'll see if we get a wide spot. Apparently this swather is going to the same place as I am. I've been following it for about 40 miles. I would have liked to have passed it. We've been going about 10 miles an hour slower than what I wanted to go, but we'd be over 30 feet wide, so probably not a good idea. Just work on my patience. Today was pretty much all trucking. Got that swather unloaded in Helena. And while the trailer was hooked, I threw this McCormick tractor on. It was the last of the tractors left in Avon, so I wanted to get it over here to Deer Lodge and put it in the shed, get it out of the way over there. So I'll wrap up today, unload this tractor, and then go feed the bulls and cut back steers a bale of hay. A nice sunset going on. Thanks for watching.